Good morning, everyone. And today I'm going to talk about the difference between a normal kit lens, which is provided by a Canon showroom, and to that of the prime lens. So first, let me come back to the category called kit lens. A Canon showroom will always provide a Canon camera along with an 18-55 and a 55 to 50 mm lens. So first let me talk about the kit lens which has been provided by a Canon showroom, that is the 18-55. So what do you mean by 18-55? What is 18-55? What is 18-55 lens? So and to be frankly speaking, 18-55 mm lens is suitable only for a distance up to 55 mm, which does not have any focal length. It does This type of lens does not contain a fixed focal length when compared to the prime lenses. So this is a major drawback in this lens. So for amateurs, for persons who buy a camera brand new, for the sake of clicking random pictures, then they can use a 18-55 mm lens. This provided the distance is with suitable for this lens. So excuse me, coming back to the category called 18-55 mm lens. So 18-55 mm lens has a focal length of up to 5.6 aperture, and it does not go beyond 5.6. Instead, if you want an aperture of into if you want to get a shallow depth of focus a lot and a less aperture range, then you have to buy a prime lens. So next category is the prime lens. I own a prime lens. This is a 200D camera, and this is a prime lens, 50 mm prime lens, 50 mm prime lens, and and I have focal length goes up to your aperture priority goes up to 1.8. So the lesser the aperture number comes, the more bright and shallow depth of focus will be the output of the image. So I have seen most people going in for 55 to 50 mm lens for shooting any type of objects to get the blurredness of the image. So I say it's wrong to use, and I say each and everyone to make use of the lens properly in a systematic way rather than misusing it. So prime lens cannot be used all the time. It can be used only to shoot a closer objects. In case if you have to shoot an object which is far away, then you can use 18-55 mm lens, which goes up to 55 mm. And in case if you have to go beyond that distance to shoot an image, then why not? You can buy an 85 mm lens. The reason why I haven't brought is because it's not a full frame camera. So 85 mm lens is a very good lens, prime lens, suitable for model photography and as well as for portrait. And you can look into my page in Instagram. I have two pages. For models, it's Buddy Sam Photographer, and for street and portrait and lifestyle, my page is Sam Davison. You can please check it out. And I always use 50. As of now, I have used only 50 mm prime lens to shoot models. So I haven't used 18-55 and 55 to 250. I haven't touched. So I have used only 50 mm prime lens, which gives a larger depth of focus, and I always set my aperture to 1.8 depending upon the lighting, and so on. So I rarely use 18-55 mm lens when I go out to capture to capture object which is not approximately fit to capture in prime lens. So in that case I use this lens. So this is the difference between this and the 18-55 and 50 mm lens. This does not have a fixed focal length, whereas that 50 mm lens prime lens has a fixed focal length, and the difference in this, it gives a good clarity 50 mm prime lens when compared to 18 to 55 mm lens. So I request amateurs to start using 18 to 50 mm lens initially, and then improve, and then go and buy 50 mm prime lens. And I request you all to buy an 50 mm f of 1.8 lens rather than going for 1.4. It's quite expensive and not good. You can capture a lot of beautiful images with 50 mm prime lens, which contains a aperture of 1.8 itself. So I request everyone to buy that. And the next thing is, I will be teaching all the techniques and tutorials. I'll be having on each video. So I request everyone to give your comments in as a topic in the video, and this video will be available in Instagram as well as in YouTube. You can also click on the subscribe button which is given below, and subscribe it. So today's topic is the difference between a prime lens and the 50 mm lens, and I have given my 250 mm lens. Instead, I will just request you to take a note that if you are not using a lens, then please give it away and get a lens which is useful for you. Because I have never used, I rarely use 250 to 250 lens, but now I have given it because I am not making much use of it. So that's the reason. So please do subscribe the video, comment your topics so that I could uh, give it and present it in the next video. Thank you.